A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
That's the spirit.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyil kareem.
What are you doing? I'm already on you.
Your Excellency, the celebrant, Jack Yakubu Gowon, and his adorable better half, our own sister, Victoria. We're all here for General Gowon, so I call him first. I recognize him first to show that we're all here for you. The representative of the President of the SGF,
Go to SGF without
the former President Yalla on Sokoto, General Obasanjo, is one of my title holders, but he's not dressed as a title holder today, and is seated near me. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, honorable ladies and gentlemen, too numerous to mention you one by one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let us first and foremost thank Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the long life He decided to give Yakubu Gowon. General Gowon evokes nostalgia for the good old days. The story of their days may today sound a fairy tale. There was a pecking order of seniority by age in community, and elders who are respected and revered, irrespective of their tribe or religion. A child was everybody's child in the community. So every child behaved and could be disciplined by any adult, anywhere, anytime. The values of honesty, probity, hard work, selflessness were the hallmark of our society. Teachers were also role models, and so they were pupils of their own children. No one dared to live above his means or acquire any wealth beyond his legitimate earnings. It is the immediate community that sanctions such venality before even the authorities step in. The civil service was both productive and efficient. Citizens had a lot of respect for authority. Society lived in peace and harmony. General Gowon's presence reminds us of the struggle to keep this country intact and united. His name evokes Nigerian unity. Gowon was turned into an acronym for Go On With One Nigeria. Indeed, he was the symbol of unity, humility, and accommodation. He came to leadership as a child of necessity, following the 1960s military coup. As a young, dashing bachelor, whom one beautiful nurse had her eyes on, and swept him off his feet. And 1969 brought the two of them together as head of state and first lady. You all know what I mean, because Victoria had been there all these years. National cohesion and integration had been the hallmark of what we have been doing. He laid the foundation for continuity and stability. We owe him immense gratitude for the perseverance and tenacity in keeping this country in one piece and at peace with itself. Nigeria is exceptionally lucky to have a statesman of his age in full consciousness. Not many countries are really lucky to have such statesmen that live this long and in relatively good health. Statesmen are a repository of institutional memory and wisdom. their presence in our midst help us to remember things and recall experiences that would guide us in times of crisis. It's my pleasure and privilege, and I say privilege, but when I was a young man, when Gowon was head of state, I was a very, very young person. Today, it's a privilege to chair this anniversary lecture, where we recognize our nation's leader and our mentor, and appreciate his contribution to this great country at a critical junction of its history. The lecturer, as we all know, a distinguished Nigerian whom we are all very proud of for his services to the country and Africa, is really fit to wear the cap of the distinguished lecturer for today. My few words above are only an attempt to convey our gratitude to this great statesman. Only Almighty God can reward him for the sacrifices and the perseverance he made to keep this country one and serve it with diligence and dedication. Before I conclude, I would like to just want to ask all of us here in this hall, look around and see the dignitaries that have come to honor this humble and honorable gentleman. Why so? And I quote, I'm trying to give you an answer now, and I quote my father, Sultan the 18th Sultan of Sokoto, where he said, if you pursue a life of honor, you may come to some material abundance. But if you pursue strictly the accumulation of material wealth by any and every means, you are not likely to find the company and pleasure of honor. As I round up, I want to use this medium, as I've done before. I have talked with them to wish General Gowon many, many more years in good health, as his presence in our midst is a panacea for our unity and stability. As I say happy 90th birthday, may Almighty Allah bring us together again, not this hall to a much bigger hall, for us to mark your 100 years alive and healthy. As I thank all of you, because I don't want to say much about our relationship with General Gowon and his family, with my father. I would like him to say so, because one thing I know he's always telling me he is missing is the fura that we used to take to him in Jordan Barracks when he was head of state. And I told him that fura is still available, and I will send it to him today to his house. So General, once more, we wish you all the very best. And to everybody here, as the chairman of this occasion, and I want to ask the chairman of the planning committee, I hope I'm chairing very well. Because you say if you are doing anything, do it well. So if you are chairing, you better chair well. So chairman, I hope I'm chairing very well. We thank you most sincerely and wish you all the very best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.